Okay. Finally live on YouTube. Been trying to go live for the past 2 hours. And it's been really fun. Oh my god. So, chaga mushroom. Sorry if you heard any feedback there. It was because I'm double checking to see if I actually am live. But medicinal mushrooms, let's continue the journey. Chaga mushroom. If you know anything about chaga, comment in the comment section what you know about chaga. I'd love to hear. I'd love to read what you know about chaga. If you have any questions about chaga after the presentation, comment below what questions that you have. And if you find the video beneficial, share the video. So let's see. I'm just going to share my screen here and we shall get into it. Okay. We'll try that again. Why don't we? Okay. Okay. Technical difficulties. There we go. Okay. Right. There we go. Functional mushrooms for health. Ah, finally working. So, chaga mushroom, also known in the scientific spheres as Inonotus obliquus. More common names are clinker polypore, cinder conch, black mass, birch canker polypore, and sterile conch trunk rot of birch. Now, you might be wondering where did it get those names from? Well, basically, because it looks like it's singed, like it's burnt, almost like it's a piece of coal. That's where it gets the likes of the clinker, cinder, black mass type of names. But it's also a type of birch rot. So, despite it being highly healthy and great for us humans, it's a parasite to birch trees and to some other trees, but mainly birch. However, because it's a parasite to birch, it actually extracts a lot of the benefits that's in the birch tree into its own organism. And when we consume that, we get those benefits. You are what you eat. So it's found mostly in the northern hemisphere, where it's distributed, like I said, on birch trees and usually in very cold climates. So Canada, Russia, most of the northern hemisphere, there's a great quality of chaga that comes from Siberia that are rich in nutrients. But it can also be found in alder trees, chestnuts, beech, and hornbeam trees. It's rich in nutrients, so it's full of vitamin B complex, over 215 phytonutrients, which are great for combating and inhibiting cancer cells, as well as boosting immune system. Beta glucans is the common theme amongst medicinal mushrooms. Beta glucans is a polysaccharide that really benefits our gut flora. It's a probiotic, basically. And it's full of antioxidants. It actually contains a super antioxidant known as SOD, which we'll jump into in a minute. And it gets its betulinic acid, which is highly beneficial for our system from the beech tree's bark. And then it's full of phytosterols, which, if you were watching the lion's mane presentation yesterday, you'll see that lion's mane was full of ergosterol, which is a phytosterol and is great again for anti-inflammation, antimicrobial, just immune boosting benefits, which seems to be a common theme across these medicinal mushrooms. So here's a few of the benefits. It's known to be a cancer killer. There's actually studies which I will post in the description of this video. If they're not there now, you'll be able to catch them in the replay. But the studies demonstrate inhibitory and pro-apoptotic effects of chaga mushroom extracts against colon, lung, and liver cancer cell lines, and more. Actually, if you do your own research, you'll see that it's across multiple different types of cancers. There's significant results that indicate that this mushroom not only inhibits cancer cell growth, but can actually kill the cancer cells as well. So then we move on to the immune system benefits. When consumed, chaga promotes the formation of beneficial cytokines, which are essential for fighting off harmful bacteria or viruses. So the cytokines basically act as our little protectors, and this mushroom, as well as multiple other mushrooms, promote the formation of those little warriors in our immune system. It's also anti-aging, which we covered on main lion's mane had an anti-aging process in the skin. This is anti-aging because of high levels of something called superoxide dismutase, which is SOD. It's that super antioxidant that I just referred to very quickly. In chaga, it makes it a popular mushroom for slowing down the aging process because it contains that amazing antioxidant. Now, what's really cool for athletes and for anyone that's exercising that doesn't want to reduce their fatigue, that they want to keep their energy levels high, and there's actually multiple studies, but one study in particular performed on mice found that the polysaccharides like beta-glucans found in chaga reduced fatigue and increased stamina during exercise. So it's great for optimizing performance, but even if you are someone that suffers from fatigue, this mushroom can really benefit you, and it's a great substitute for coffee, and you can make chaga tea, which is basically the coffee substitute. And finally, it's good for heart. So chaga is high in the enzyme and super antioxidant SOD, like we just said, which combats the oxidative stress often responsible for high blood pressure, and high blood pressure is linked to things like heart attacks. So when you can regulate something that is linked to such a problem for hearts around the globe, then it might be something to consider to consume. So before you get it, you got to do your quality research, and you have to know what you're looking for when you're ordering for yourself. Number one, again, coming back to the wild grown preferred, all medicinal mushrooms are much more beneficial when they are wild grown, but that does not mean that you go straight out there and start picking wild mushrooms. As much as I would love to, and I would love to tell you all that you can go out and do that, you can, just to pick them and get to know what they look like. However, wild grown in the right areas is much more beneficial. So first of all, you want wild grown on birch because birch has that betulinic acid, which is highly beneficial for our system. And second, you want to get freeze dried for the maximum potency. Some companies will thermally dry the the mushroom, and unfortunately then it's not as potent, and it will have a lighter brown color, and the color you're looking for is a dark brown, a fine dark brown powder, black powder, that kind of resembles coffee grains is what you were looking for. And plus the more fine it is, the grains, the more soluble it is going to be in water, and the more easily absorbed by your body it's going to be as well. So just coming back to being more mindful about the wild grown and wild picking. Places that are thinly populated and have no industries around is where you'd want to look. Companies that have their own protected land that is safe against, and also those companies that test for heavy metals and radiation would be another thing to keep in mind, because as amazing as mushrooms are, what they tend to do is they tend to save us and help us in this natural symbiosis by extracting the heavy metals out of the air and the radiation, which is great for us. However, when we want to consume these mushrooms and fungi and mycelium, it can be really tough because we just want to pick them ourselves, but we don't know how rich in heavy metals and radiation they could be, because our airs are highly toxic these days. So if you can find a company that has protected land that can source the highest quality mushrooms for you and your diet, then that would be best. But it's an amazing mushroom. It looks pretty cool. Looks like something you'd pull out of a fire and after fighting a dragon or something. But out of all the species, it's a very interesting one because it just benefits the body in multiple ways. I'll just come back to where it looks. Again, you can see all the multiple ways. Not only does it strengthen our immune system to fight off diseases like cancer, but it battles inflammation at the source. And like it's rich in something called a ORAC. Now, ORAC stands for oxygen radical absorbent capacity. So the higher that this is in any organism, then the better a food's ability to protect the body from disease causing free radicals. So at a time now when we're going through a so-called pandemic with a virus, these are the type of organisms that we need to learn about and in future to understand how to really work with nature so that we don't fall sick to these pandemics which rise out of our ill human habits that we've been going through with industry and highly toxifying the airs and destroying our old growth forests. So just to keep in mind, hopefully this whole thing that we're going through is a transformation. This mushroom actually also beats the antioxidant capacity of wild blueberries and acai berries and pomegranate. So that's pretty cool. And finally, I'm just seeing if there's anything else I can share from my notes. So it's truly remarkable at nurturing and protecting the body, packed with high levels of naturally occurring vitamin B complex and rich in 215 phytonutrients, which include beta-glucans, saponins, or amino acids, and betulinic acids, and many other soluble minerals. So hope this guys helps to get hope this helps guys. And if you're looking to learn more about the mushroom, just do your own research. There's a bunch of medicinal mushrooms out there, and the research is still brand new. This is day 2 of my own 7-day medicinal mushroom guide. I'm going to be talking tomorrow about, let me see what was on the list tomorrow, just to give you an idea what you've got to look forward to. Tomorrow will be, tomorrow we're going to talk about turkey tail, a mushroom that looks like turkey's tails. Highly anti-cancerous mushroom, great for fighting cancer, especially in breast cancer. So yeah, I'll be diving deep into the turkey tail tomorrow. Any questions that you have, please don't hesitate to share them below in the comment section. And if you found this video beneficial, maybe you know any family members that might benefit from knowing this information, share the video with them. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm Christo Sal on Twitter. Instagram, again, Christo Sal on Facebook. So you can follow all the stuff going on there. I'll be doing more stuff on mushrooms in the future. But I was challenged by this mastermind group that I'm part of this week to do a 7-day live challenge. So I'm coming live presenting some amazing mushrooms to you guys. So thanks for watching, whoever watched, and hope you're having a lovely lockdown.